Alright, this is a video for my level designers of how many there actually are. Let's take a look at the first level, the cemetery. If you put a lot of objects in your scene, if they're high poly resolution, that's going to slow down your game. You could use LO, I think they're called LODs, where once you're further away, the poly count goes down, and as you get closer to them, the more resolution they become, the more polys get added to the game object. But in order to do that, you need to have 3 to 4 separate images of that game object, steadily increasing in polys. But this is not about that. This is to increase performance of your level. I just found out how to do this. So as you can see in this picture, you can see my entire level. You're going to click up here where it says shaded underneath the scene. Go to overdraw, and this basically tells you everything that is drawn into the scene all at the same time. So essentially, this could slow down your game. This was bringing this level to between 6 to 12 frames per second, which is really choppy and slow. It was really pissing me off until I found out how to do this. So what you do here is when you have it in overdraw, you don't really need to have it in overdraw in order to do it. It shows you a real good representation of what's actually being drawn in the scene. Like if I could click play here. You can see how slow and choppy my camera movements are. Let's see if I can. Not sure if it makes a big difference, but let's go to Window, go to Occlusion Coloring, and then you're going to go over to the Inspector window. Let's pop that bad boy up over here. You're going to go in the Inspector window, Occlusion, Visualization, and then go down to Bake. And so now what that does, let's go back to the scene view. Now this is what's being drawn in the game. You can see the trees. Essentially, let's back out of here. So everything that's black is not drawn until the camera moves and looks at it. Now I'm looking at the ground. See, now if I go around looking at everything, you can see if I'm in this view, it pretty much shows the entire level. But right now, it's at 23 frames per second. It's running a lot better, but it's not really drawing in all the trees at once. It's only drawing in the trees where I can actually see the trees. Obviously, if I turn like this, it's still at 20 frames per second. Let's see what happens if I get close to this thing. Like if I look at the ground, it jumps up to 60, 70 frames per second, 80 frames per second, But obviously it doesn't do that much. This did bring up I stuttered a little bit there. It brought up the performance of the game quite a bit compared to what it actually was. It's still a little bit choppy, as you can see down in the lower right-hand corner. So that's what that does. If I find other ways to optimize with the performance of the level, I will make another video and let you know.